There he is, the man himself.
Yo,
Elijah the Wolf Pierce is in the building.
what's happening, Lou?
Man, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining me, man. So
Oh no,
much
it's
going
all
on.
good, bro.
Right. So much going on, champ. So much to talk about. It's been a while since we caught up. So I'm just
No,
wanting
for
to,
real.
get your thoughts on the fight. And congratulations from me, the Live with Liteskin Lou show, Kiki. We want to say congratulations on your newborn son. Uh,
No, appreciate it,
yeah,
man.
it looks good on you, man. Just seeing you holding a baby for the first time and you posting it, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Hey, right here, man. Knocked out.
That's right. That's right. That's what good dads do. They have the kids right there on the side, champ.
Hey, man, it's all love, man. You already know. Anytime, I'm always gonna answer the call. You know, you and Kiki, man. Y'all practically fans, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's right. Got my man Jonathan Rodriguez in the building. Taj up in here.
Oh
What's up,
yeah,
y'all?
my dogs.
It's a lot to
Those
talk
my brothers
about.
right there.
Yeah. That's why I always like talking to you, Elijah, because you always give it to us straight. It's no lying, it's no cut cards in it. You give it to us real, man. But before we get into that, I want to just catch up with you, man. Your last fight fought against Jose Simon. I forgot, can't even pronounce his last name. Your last opponent, man.
Yeah,
You
San
got
Martin.
yeah,
Yeah.
San Martin. Yeah, hey, look, you know me. I don't like messing nobody's name up, man. But
No,
I
it's
just
all
want to
good.
say congratulations on that again, man. Tough fight. Man, it was a fight that you needed to get to the next level. Tell the people out there what's next for Elijah and how you feeling right now, man.
Man, honestly, bro, that's a loaded question. Like I said, as far as that fight, I mean, it was a good fight. It was definitely a good fight. Um, Not a lot of people knew, because I never publicized it. It wasn't to be publicized, but although I did receive a lot of negative, negative attention from it, because I guess
Hmm.
because I didn't technically stop him, even though I did. I know. Did you caught the fight,
Yes,
didn't you?
you know I did.
Yeah.
You
So
know I did.
you know they gave me that little bogus low blow in the fourth or whatever, even though that was a clear body shot.
Clear
You know,
body shot. The fight should have been over.
yeah, it was done. He wasn't gonna get up from that, but because I actually counted, he had about 15 to 16 seconds to get up. So that's crazy. That's crazy. But we done it again, and I had went through a lot of adversity that camp. I actually injured my legs. I had injured both my calf muscles, pulled both my calves. So I was actually messed up that whole fight. I was probably like, I want to say about 50, 60% that fight. Like I couldn't even angle or do none of the stuff that I normally do. You know what I'm saying? Or that that I'm well equipped with. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Yeah.
wasn't able to do what I want to do. I literally was just keeping it simple, just walking them to the right and just throwing punches. That was it. I just combinations.
Yeah, that's one thing about boxing, man. Things like that happen, but you got to show that fortitude and get through it because you know what's at stake. You right now in a position where you're right on the cusp of getting that world class championship, and you know, it was everything to you. I could see it in you. I know you as a fighter, man. I feel like we known you for 2 years, and I know what you're capable of doing, and I know what I didn't see, and that's why I always like talking to the fighters so they could tell their story. I mean, you got the victory, and it's going to put you in a position now to be one of the top fighters in this, in this boxing game. So
For
for
sure.
me, my question is, you moved up to 126, right? You campaigned at
Yeah.
126. What
hmm
what went into that? Was it the weight cut, or what went into that?
Yeah, it was the weight cut. Like I said, honestly, my last two fights were both really hard weight cuts. And I guess you can just say, from a real honest and raw standpoint, I I got to the dance late. You know what I'm saying? Which is another part of the story. Once again, me reiterating that I've learned on the go. Me and Pops, you know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
learned this on the go. Like we didn't have no guidebook to none of this. I didn't know that dudes was cutting hella weight and all that, dropping down the lower weight classes and all that type of stuff. I didn't know that. I used to fight at my natural class. And
Yeah,
then
because I remember one time you was at 130 something. You
yeah,
fought
I was
at,
at
man.
130 and
Yeah,
35. And at that time, if I had known, because I didn't really know how to, I never really knew how to properly cut weight until recently, like until the last about year or two.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Then
yeah,
once that's when I went to the 122. When I actually learned how to cut weight properly and healthy, then you know what I'm saying, that's when I went down. But before then, I didn't know. That's why I'm fighting at these heavy weights. And realistically, I could have been fighting at 118 a long time ago. Like 2018, I should have been fighting 118 instead of 130, 135, because that's how I ended up having my first loss. So, it just goes to show, man, when you don't got the information, you feel me? You got to run into setbacks, and that's
yeah.
that's all it was.
Yeah, man. I tell you, like, just watching you, man, the last 2 years, how you progressed in the boxing world, whether it's 122, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at 126,
Lou,
man.
man,
I was like,
I
wow.
can't. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm trying to tell you, dog. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get
Yeah,
ugly at 26. I'm saying they gonna see me that much stronger, that much. You know what I'm saying? Just better. Like I said, even that 22 was a hard cut, dog. It was a hard cut on my body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that 26 will be the sweet spot, and we'll be right there.
yeah. I think those 4 or 5 pounds make a difference because if you look at and we're gonna get into this later. If you look at Lamont Roach, his fight against Tank Davis,
Yeah,
you see how that extra 5 pounds it helped him because I spoke with him right before his fight, and I told him I said, man, that extra 5 pounds look you look healthy at that 135 weight. So man, I'm looking forward to see what Elijah the Wolf Perez is gonna do at 126. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I'm coming for any and everybody, man. Like I said, everybody know who I want. They know I want Fulton. He can duck, he can run, he can jump, whatever. I mean, it's only gonna get him but so far. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else, I mean, I'll take any of the champions. I'll take any of the top contenders. Uh, it doesn't matter. Like they're all just a block in the path. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so are you gonna go straight to the top, or are you gonna just kind of get your feet wet at that weight class, or how y'all gonna go about
I mean, if it was up to me, you already know I won't smoke out the gate. But
it?
I mean, I can't really, control too much of what the promoters, what they're trying to do or whatever, because, it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just about me getting the big fights, because one, they have to want to fight me back. And then two, you know what I'm saying, money and all that other stuff, budgeting and all that. It has to make sense. So, if it's up to me, I would definitely love to get any of the champions, like, right out the gate, or anybody top 5, top 10, like, out the gate. But that it's looking like I'll probably have I'll have a stay busier fight in May, late May.
Okay.
Then after that, I'm like I said, all the top guys. I pretty much made it a point, and there's no secret at this point. I've stressed it numerous times. I need big fights. I'm done fighting
Yeah,
the.
that's when last
You know what I'm
one
saying?
time we had talked. You said that you was like you done with you want to everybody you fight. You want it to be a top notch fight.
Yeah. Like I want the top fights, and I've been begging for the top fights. You know what I mean? Like I'm a real one. If I can't shit, I'll get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like but I
Absolutely.
know what I can do, and I know with I don't know. It's kind of strange, man. Like I've always done better, man. I've always had my best fights against my toughest opposition.
Yeah,
I just think
and
it just raises that game in me.
yeah, you raised your game. I'm looking back at this fight against Mike Panada, man. You got knocked down. I forget what round it was. Man, you got back up,
In the
man. Like,
third. Oh
dog,
no,
in the
that was
third.
that was Villanueva. Yeah, Pliny.
Yeah, yeah.
I knocked Pliny out in the
Plenty in
second,
this.
I
That's
think.
right. That's right. That the fight where you got knocked down, man, and it
Yeah,
was a lot of people. See, Elijah, we follow, man. Like when you put something up there, we be seeing who be hating and what
yeah,
they be saying. Because I like to be involved in it. So when it's time to tell them, look, you was wrong. I like to be
yeah,
right up front with it, man.
straight up.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's
Villanueva. That was against my guy Arthur Villanueva.
yes,
He's
that's
real
right.
cool.
Sorry about that, man. I got my facts wrong, but yeah, that was a fight where everybody was looking forward to that fight because here's a guy who had 39 fights at the time, almost 40 fights, right? And
Yeah,
he's 35-4. He's a polished fighter, and there was a time where you had opportunity to show people this ain't no bullshit. This
yeah. On
real, and
top of
you
that,
did that.
everybody was going, especially the Tank Franks, they was all going crazy because me and Tank was beefing right
Yes,
before the fight, and then of course, uh, oh, man, what was it? I had to do something. Damn, I don't know. I can't even remember, but yeah, like it was a lot of build up surrounding that performance. So a lot of people, the real boxing fans, they were like, "Oh, okay, this dude, that's crazy. Like to take a fall like that, come back and stop him.
yes. It,
Like that's crazy." But like to a lot of other people, it was, "Oh, you got dropped. You trash," and
and
that's the game, man.
boxing, it happens, man. It happens. You got caught with a good shot in an awkward position, boom. But honestly, and I'm not just saying this because you don't hear, I knew that you wasn't really, really, truly like out of the way as though being stopped was right around the corner. You when you got up, you was like, okay, you smart enough to take your 8 count. You took it, took advantage of it. All
Look,
right,
I'm gonna be dead honest, like all the 100%. I'm gonna walk you through what exactly how I felt, right? So got knocked down. I got up. You see me breathe.
yep,
I took a deep breath, calm myself, because more than anything, I was really just embarrassed. I was like, damn, I just got dropped in front of everybody. Like, I'm like, all right, breathe. Then after that, I literally like when I got embarrassed, like my whole mental change. I was like, all right, I'm about to beat your ass now. I'm about to knock you out. Like you done. That's why like my whole disposition changed. When I first walked to him, I had Slick had my hands down.
yep,
Understand? It was like, I mean, that's I feel like what's the difference in certain fighters? Like certain fighters are good, they're skilled, they're what I'm saying. Oh, excuse me, I would say that's the difference between a boxer and a dog.
yes,
Like some boxers are really good and everything, but when it comes to that mental aspect, when it comes to them dealing with adversity or really having to take the helm of aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying? Like they not equipped for that. You know,
yeah,
I literally hit the switch both with Plania and with him.
yes,
I hit the switch and then they was out of there. Like that's so. I don't be really saying that to brag up, big up myself. Really, I'm telling you from the standpoint of no, you dealing with a real motherfucker. Like you dealing with somebody who's really cut like that. Like if given the chance, I'm gonna hurt you. Like I'm
yeah,
coming in there to box with you, play with you. I'm coming in there to get you up out of there. So that's just a difference, you know.
yeah. You got that dog in you, man. So, what's next for you? I haven't seen anything on the box rec, so I'm just, what's next for you?
Like I said, man, I'm just waiting on to stay busy, and then after that, like the biggest fight possible. To keep it a being with you, I didn't been on the ring like come May. I've been at the ring almost 10 months,
Yeah,
which is insane because I've been winning. It ain't like I'm losing, and then I'm
yeah.
on a
That's what
11,
I was
11
curious
fight win
about.
streak, like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about because usually when a fighter is winning, like you're on a real big win streak. You know what I'm saying? And to see the momentum build up, and then all of a sudden it just kind of just tapered off a little bit.
Like I said, politics, man. It just I can't control them. I know I only can do what I can do and what I'm in control of. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, like I've I've begged, pleaded, argued, everything. I'm trying my hardest to get these big fights. But like I said, one thing that nobody can argue, one thing that nobody can ever try to justify to me at all, because I'm not it's gonna go one ear and not the other. These dudes, they really don't want to fight me. Like it's evident. I've seen this firsthand, mind you. Even with some of my homeboys, they didn't got some bigger fights. Like they didn't got some real big fights. All that. but it's not just about like a lot of people try to attribute it to different things. It's not that. Like a lot of these top guys, they're cherry picking.
Yep.
That's what everybody's even. They're even saying that about Tank. They're saying, "Oh, Lamont was a cherry pick going wrong," even though I wouldn't count Lamont as a cherry pick because Lamont is a champion. Like Lamont is
Yep.
valid. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of
But
the day, he's the WBA super featherweight
yeah,
champ, and people don't know how to the casuals. They don't know uh, how this works. They don't
yeah,
just pass out these WBAs and WBCs. They don't just pass them out, dog. It's a certain level of competition that you have to fight
right.
to win these championships, and you can attest to that because you're building up a championship resume, Elijah, right now as we speak. And when you do get it, it's going to be like, okay, this is how it's done. And that's one thing I can always say that um, I'm proud of you for, because you fought whoever was in your path. It wasn't no, we're gonna dance around, we're gonna dance around. It's like, look, you give me the roadmap, and we're gonna walk right to it. And that's how
No, I
you do
appreciate
it.
that for real.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna change it up a little bit, man. March 1st came and gone. Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, me and the lovely Kiki, the Live Liteskin New Show. We was in the building. The magnitude, Elijah, was it was off the chain.
I
We
know.
did the press conference at Howard University. We did we went up. We did the weigh-in up there in Brooklyn, and we did his Lamont Roach media workout. It was intense, man. So my question to you is, when this fight was first announced, what was your thoughts on this fight?
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I really don't be. I mean, I was happy for Lamont just because, like, me and Lamont cool. Like I said, we
Yeah, I
obviously
remember. Yeah,
after he had y'all interviewed him and I hopped in and everything and talked to him. We had DM'd after that. And we just chopped it up. He was a real cool dude,
yes,
and he actually ended up inviting me to training camp with him for his last fight. But unfortunately, we had fought on
yeah,
like close to the same
yeah.
time, so it couldn't work out. But Lamont, I wish him nothing but the best. Dude's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that's the homie as far as I'm concerned. Ain't no problems with him. A good dude. I'm you know. So just really with me, I'm just focused on me, bro. I'm just trying to get mine. Like I
Yeah.
just felt like I've went through so much at this point, and it's just like, man, I'm ready to get my shot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't earn it at this point. Like, come on, I'm a
Absolutely.
10-year going on 11-year veteran at this point. I didn't pay my dues. I didn't took pay cuts. Um I didn't went to different people's hometowns and fought them like at least 5-6 times. Knocked the majority of them out. Like I didn't did, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to get my reward at the end of the day. I
Yeah.
just wanna
Are you talking about being the home record? That's what you talking about?
come on,
Being the home
man.
record,
You
right?
already know. Yeah, straight up.
You know, I had to rock. Hey, look, I done put on about 15 pounds since last done a little medium.
Hey man. Come on now.
I know. I just had to rock this joint, man, because I remind me when we first bought the joint. Just looking at going into different people, neighborhoods or their towns and wrecking it. You don't just make that up. So I'm glad that you get ready to get your chance, man. It's a lovely thing.
That's it, bro.
Now, when Lamont Roach and Tank fight was announced, when I first heard it originally, I was like, damn, Lamont going up to 130 from 135. I was like, oh, how that's gonna play out? So I kind of gave the advantages to Tank. But then as time going on, I've learned, Elijah, the Wolf Perez had taught me single-handedly, do your research. Don't just look at a fight on paper. You got to do your research. So as I start doing my research, I'm like, damn, I really feel like Tank hasn't fought anybody, at least for my eyes, that has that bag. He can change up. He's not a one-dimensional fighter.
Yeah.
And that's when I started realizing, like, man, like this gonna be a tough fight, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you see that uh Lamont was able to do
Man.
that you was like, damn, like
I
I ain't see this
was
coming?
I was just impressed in general with his overall performance. I mean, but what was kind of, I mean, it ain't no secret. Like I got a disdain for Tank, so I don't really care for Brett at all. So I was when once things started to heat up, I was happy. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go, Lamont. Keep bro word. Because to me, like, and this is all bias aside. Like, I genuinely like. Don't get me wrong, Tank has some good
Yeah, it was a
moments
great
and stuff too.
fight.
But not bro. Like, hand over fist to me. Like, Lamont he had the ring generalship. He had more punches thrown, more punches landed. Like from what I seen, or at least the more effective looking punches. Even when Tank tried to load up and start loading up, Lamont was countering his
Yep.
counter and then he wobbling his ass. I was like, we never seen Tank in that position before, so I don't see how you can look at that fight and really believe Tank won the fight. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, no, like Lamont literally, he was the first one. He had that man looking like Bambi, like legs shaking, all types of shit. Come on, dog. Like, bro. And, and that's supposed to be the knockout artist. Oh, nobody can beat Tank. Oh, Tank is all that. So I'm just, to me, it was more so like when people kept saying, oh, he didn't do enough to beat the champion. That's where I disagree. Because I feel like if
Yeah,
you put a
I hear a
champion
lot
in
of
that
that.
predicament and you got him looking as if he looked like he lost the fight. And then that's not even accounting the knee. I ain't even factoring the knee yet. The knee, but that was just, come
Yeah,
on,
what
man. Like,
do you
if
think
that
about
was,
that, Elijah? I mean, to me, as a fighter, like just put yourself in Lamont's shoes at that time, if you can. And what would have been going through your mind, Elijah? Like
no,
the
I
dude,
would
he
have did the
just took
same
me.
shit he did. He literally went to her like, why you ain't counting? Like, keep counting. Like, what are you doing? Like, I would have been on the same type of time because if that was anybody else, they would have called a knockdown. They would have called a knockdown. Like, it was just that simple to me. I mean, yeah, and then I watched it. People posting so much. I watched it in slow mo. You know what I'm saying? I even seen. Now, once again, this is just unbiased opinion from what I've seen. He didn't look like because you talking about the sweat got in his eye or the
Yeah,
grease or whatever from his hair. I I don't know. I got to look at it maybe one more time or something. But when
give it another look, right?
right before he got punched in the eye, but before Lamont hit him with that jab or whatever, he wasn't even blinking. Like, he wasn't acting like nothing was eye. He was looking normal at the punch and hit him in his eye. And then after that, then he took a knee. So I was kind of like, what is everybody arguing about right now? Like, I was like, am I tripping?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I need
that
to
should have
go
been an eight
further or
count.
something.
Yeah, it should have been an eight count. If you look at the fight with Floyd, I forgot who he's fighting, where he hurt his hand, and
Yeah,
he was dishing the punishment out. But rules are rules. He hit the guy, I think on his elbow or something, and he went and took a knee, or his hand hit the ground.
yeah.
That's an eight count.
Period. That's what I'm saying. With that, and that was the determining factor of the fight. If they with that 8 count, Lamont wins the fight. Simple as that. What's that? 115, 113.
Yeah. So we already know. In my mind, I could be crazy, but I think the rematch is going to happen, and I think it's going to happen probably in June or July. How you
Yeah, I
got
mean,
that plan out, man?
it has to, because for Tank's for his profile, like, if he don't rematch him, it's not gonna favor him well at all. It's gonna leave a asterisk on his on his resume pretty much.
Yeah,
So
because you got to take that rematch, Elijah. I mean, for me personally speaking, that was me. I would feel like this guy still got my bag. He still
yeah,
got my bag because in the eyes of the people, everybody who I pretty much spoke to, they say they felt like Lamont won, and you have to run it back, man. This fight has to happen, man.
yeah, that dude said he could have knocked him out too. I'm like, man, he needs to be. They just say anything, dog. Funny. And then he said he could have knocked Lamont out. I'm like, so why didn't you, dog? Like, come on, man, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man. I'm hoping that it's
I
here.
want to fight on my fucking self, honestly.
You want to get that bump?
Yeah, I want to fight him. I want, like, honestly, I would love to fight Tank for real, for real. Honestly,
Yeah,
like, what was crazy? What was crazy? What I was looking at? I was looking at when we sparred years ago. He was still doing some of the same stuff. It was just crazy though, because I was so young. I'm immature. I was 17 years old, so I didn't even my bag went nowhere near as deep as it is now.
yeah.
So it's just like.
when I'm actually watching what he was doing to me back then, all he was doing was setting me up the counter, and it was just like, wow. Cause like the first day, that's kind of how I got the better of him. I was countering him the first day. I
Okay,
was setting the traps, and he just kept. I think he thought that he was just going, little bro me, and then I
going
was I was sticking
run
to that every
away.
time he would run in. But the second day, he had watched the film. Yeah, he told me that too. He was like, "Yeah, I had to study you, watch the film on you, whoop, whoop, whoop." And then what I'm saying. Then that second day, he was sharp as shit. Like Tank was sharp as
Yeah, I
fuck.
remember you told we talked about it when we interviewed you that
Yeah,
time, man. I remember you said you was telling us, man. That's why I respect your honesty. You said the first day, you kind of had your way, but the second day he came back and he was laser sharp.
yeah, sharp. That's and see, but that was one. That was one of the things that had me so like just off because I'm like, bro, like we had good work. Like you were showing love in person. Like why you doing all this internet stuff, all this goofy like stuff all over the internet, and then trying to act like I'm clout chasing off of you or something. And it's like, in a sense, I mean, I guess I was because I posted it, but I mean, shit, he posted him knocking out my sparring partner and knocking. So like, what do we? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
all,
I
all,
feel
all was
you.
fair to me. You feel me? I'm like, and it ain't like I was disrespectful to him. I showed him love. It wasn't like I was arrogant about it. It was like, oh, I mean, I'll beat you. I'll beat him up. Blah, 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 I was like, great work, best work I ever had actually, and he's a great fighter. He's a great champ. Nothing but good words.
And see, this is the thing, Elijah. This what gets me. And I'm a huge me and Kiki. We're huge boxing fan. We travel to all the events, and this was a great fight, Elijah. Both guys in their prime, they both dug down deep, and just the decision. I felt like Roach won. That's just my opinion. But a lot of people were putting this fight in a category where it wasn't a good fight. It was a great fight. It started out slow, maybe around the third round is where it started picking up, and it was a really good fight. And for me, I'm just upset that people are putting this fight in a category where like it wasn't good. It was a great fight. I think we'll start there. It was a great fight. Both fighters were in their bag, and I just felt like Lamont Roach got the better
Yeah,
of the
that
fight.
was
I felt like he
that was
won.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
straight up.
I just feel like that if we go back and look at that, should have been a knockdown. I think we're talking about something different.
Facts.
And like I said, I'm just looking forward to the rematch, man. It's going to be happening real soon. Elijah, I can't thank you enough, man, for popping through. I see you got baby boy right there, man. Great talking to you. As always, every time we call Elijah, he pulls up on us, and that's why I took the liberty,
Yeah,
to rock the
man.
t-shirt. I'm breathing a little hard right there because it's like squeezing on me, but I had to put this on, man, talking to you today to let you know, man, we still with you, champ.
Oh man, hey, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man, and it's coming. God willing, man. I've the wait is um somewhat excruciating. I'll say that. Like I be down there about to pull my hair out. Sometimes just trying to deal with life, and waiting on this moment. But when it comes, I'll take full advantage
Yeah,
of it. And
that's right. And
I
make
believe.
sure you tap in with the live of Light Skin Loop show, because guess what? We're gonna be locked in, man. Is there any last words you want to say before you go, man? And I'll let everybody know where they can find the wolf at, man.
Um, nah, man. I mean, if y'all want to reach me, I'm never one of those people who Hollywood. I show love to everybody who show love to me. Simple as that. So,
Absolutely.
obviously, y'all tap in with me on Instagram, shoot me a DM. Anybody on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? My ad is WXXXLFIE. Yeah, man, just hit me. Like I said, I'm around, and as far as the boxing journey goes, like I said, I will be champion. I'm hoping either this year or early next year. It's just I'm just waiting, man. Like I said, these guys gotta want to fight me. They don't want to. Like I've had several champions already duck me. This is evident. Like I ain't saying I'm not speculating. I'm giving facts.
Facts,
I've been
yeah.
ducked several times by a lot of these guys, but I'm so trash. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just like make it make sense. I just ultimately a lot of fans. Even though I know as fans our jobs is to be fans, but sometimes they kind of get out of whack, with all the trolling and all that goofy shit. But you know, end of the day, man, like I'm literally working my very hardest to, be where I need to be and provide a life for my children. That's what it's all about. So, everybody who's supporting, much love to y'all. Appreciate you as always, Lou. Give my best to Kiki too. And I'm hoping for a big fight soon. Shit. Tell Fulton to quit being a hoe.
Hey, look, hey, I knew it was coming. I knew it. I knew. Hey, look, I knew it was coming because I've been following you and I seen that you guys were, going back and forth, and it's good for boxing because, like you say, it's all in the mix of trying to get a fight and just trying to get that person in the ring. Look, the lovely Kiki just popped up. Special shout out to the lovely Kiki in the building. She just
Yeah.
popped up, but
I can't even lie. I can't even see comments right
me
now,
neither,
but
man. My
she in there.
eyes.
Oh, that's she in there.
She in there, but
Kiki.
before we came in, she was like, "Make sure you tell Elijah I said congratulations." So I just wanted to make. That's why I got it out the
Oh yeah,
off early because I
sure.
will forget.
For sure, man. But yeah, like, oh, and I don't think too, like, even with the Fulton situation, like, he, I had been wanting to fight him even before he got the belt, mind you. Like, before he even got his belt, I've been wanting to fight him. But like, he made it personal with the extraness. Like me, like, that's just where I'm at with it now. Like where my mental is at, like I'm dead tired of all the diva shit. I'm tired of all the effeminacy and emotional stuff. Like it's like, bro, we're in the hurt business. We in boxing, bro. Like when our fighters start, when our champions start wearing bras and shit. I mean, excuse me, our male champions. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just like, dog. Like, I don't know. They just be tweaking. Like, they be so over emotional by when I don't know. I don't know. It's just like pretty much for me. Anytime I've been a nice guy in this sport, like you're genuine nice to fighters, it always ends up bad. So at this point, I just pretty much took it on the chin and just like, hey,
Kept
look,
it
it is
moving.
what it is, and all right,
Yeah,
if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Then it's fu too. It's fu too. Nigga,
I,
like okay,
I think
like
that'll be a good fight, man. I would love to see that fight, man, because right now, I just feel like boxing is at a point now where I think it is getting a lot of traction for the best fighting the best. Because you got to think, you
yeah.
just got Tank and Roach fight. It was always a good fight to me because both guys are champions. Even though Lamont moved up 5 pounds, it doesn't matter. He's a champion, and I
No, I
think
feel
this
you.
needs
I
to
think
happen more.
the thing with Tank is just that he don't never fight his contemporaries though. That is where he gets the criticism from. It's like okay, like yeah, you fought a good champion, yeah, and like I said, Lamont is a good ass champion at that. But it's just like okay, but you have all the champions in your weight class who you haven't fought. Like that's what's annoying everybody because it's like, and there's no reason for him not to. You just
So if you're
I don't
Tank
know.
right now, who are okay? If you're Tank right now, okay, the rematch is right
If
there,
I'm
right?
Tank
You
and
have to take.
I'm coming from his perspective and all the shit he talked. Oh yeah, I'll knock this dude out. I'm fighting Shakur obviously next. Go ahead, get that. That's gonna be the biggest bag. Why would I not get that bag? That is gonna be an old stupid bag. Like fight Shakur. If you can knock him out like you say you can, and you go ahead and do that and collect that bag, then go. You can do the Ryan rematch. Like he has options for real, but he has to fight his contemporaries though. Fight the people we want him to see. You can go to go get Tiafimo. Go get uh yeah, like I said, any of the guys at 30, 30 and 40 or whatever. If you don't want to go 40, you still got good fights at
You
35.
do. 35 is loading up. I would like to see because he talked about retirement. I don't know how true that is, but if he does, I would like to see him fight. Excuse me, for the guys, name the ones you just named. Because at the end of the day, when you retire, your resume is going to be questioned. And the thing about it, Elijah, if you haven't fought those guys, you can't go back and change that. You can't
Man,
go back and
that's true.
change that.
And that's I don't know. I mean, that's the thing that I guess that gets annoying to me because it's like these guys, man, they're getting millions of dollars. Like they're getting paid to fight who they want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Just to fight and cherry picking and all that bullshit. And it's like, well, you got guys like me who I'm willing to fight fucking anybody. I don't give a like I don't care.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm
you
saying?
always had that mannerism, man. Just like put him in the ring, and it's going down.
Because that's what the sport is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that. Even if you do happen to take a L, that does not supposed to determine your damn future. Now I can see if you get knocked out every fight or something, but like, come on now, like you take a L to another top fighter, like, or let's say it's a decision or whatever. Okay, you lost a decision to another top fighter, rematch him and then fight him again. You might win that time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah,
so circumstantial. That's why like all this Floyd era bullshit is getting old to me. Like it's getting extremely old to the point where really I already got my plan. I already know what I'm trying to do as far as how my longevity in the game and all that stuff. Once I start getting the big fights, like that's why it's gonna be so important for me to make sure I knock these guys the fuck out. That's why I
mm-hmm.
keep speaking how I'm speaking too, because it's not one thing you do know, Lou. One thing about me, I've always stood on business. And as much ish I didn't talk,
Yeah,
as much
facts. A
I
lot of
didn't, you know what I'm
facts.
saying? As much as I didn't talk, as much as I didn't said, and I would do this and that, I didn't, I damn sure done it. And I got the gifts to back it up and prove it. So,
Yeah. And I look at your resume, 20-2, right?
yeah,
20,
20 and 2,
20 and 2.
16
Yeah,
KO.
and you got 2 losses. But just think about it, like you still up there near the cream of the crop. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like you can lose one or two and still be considered one of the best,
yeah.
or
And that's the thing.
up
I
and
ain't
cut.
even, most of the top guys that we lost, most of them got two or three losses now at that.
Yep.
But even then, my two losses happened 5, 6 years ago. Like I said, I haven't lost in that long. I haven't lost in 5, 6 years.
Yeah, you on the. I forgot to write the number down, but you on the streak, man. You on a.
Yeah, it's 11. I'm
Yeah,
11 fights. And
yeah,
11 fights, 9 by knockout.
yeah. That's man. It's a beautiful thing. So keep winning, man, and opportunity is right around the corner. And when it comes, we're gonna be right there, right behind you, champ. Keep being great, man. Tell baby boy, light skinned Lou and the lovely Kiki said, "What's up?" And look, and
For
when I
sure.
get the live with light skinned Lou t-shirts printed, I'm gonna get the little small one so you can see baby
Oh,
boy rocking the live with light skinned Lou
yeah.
merch.
For sure,
You know
man.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yeah, man. Hey, man, like I said, it's always good talking to you, bro. And like I said, I wish you the best as well. You already know, hit me anytime.
That's right. Hey, y'all out there, hit that like, share this video. Elijah, the Wolf Pierce, put that cheeseburger and beer down, and y'all give it up for my guy, Elijah, the Wolf Pierce. You know I can't get you out of here without giving you that.
Oh yeah. You heard me? Hey, salute, man.
All
Come
right,
on
man.
now.
I talk to you, champ.
All right,
All
bro.
right, peace.